Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Been a great week. We got through the 1,000 subscriber mark, so thank you very much to everyone who's been watching and subscribing to the channel. It's taken a wee while, but we got there, so that's been a lot of fun to do all those vids. So it's been a busy couple of weeks. I didn't put a video on last week because we just got a bit too busy on other things, but this week we've been, last week we drilled the maize, so that all went in, and then we've had other projects on. We've had a couple of new bits of kit come here, which I'll show you about, and then on top of that, we've got having a reorganization of the wood yard because we're getting a lot of wet wood coming in and we need to stack it out, and we moved out the old saw, so I'll go and show you that. And then finally today we've got to start moving some of these shipping containers because we want one up at the wood yard. This one's going to go off the concrete and be pushed down the back, so I'm going to have to go get the big digger, get the chains on that and shift them about basically. So that's our little job for today. So yeah, enjoy. Okay guys, we're out here power harrowing. We've got two of these cultivators on at the moment to try and get a seed bed. This is the block of land that we put vetch on over winter, and then we came through with trying to lift up the ground with discs, and now we're power harrowing it. It's gone very, very dry here, very, very windy and sucking all the moisture out of the ground, but we're getting enough of a seed bed here, so it's not too bad. I still believe that when we go onto the plough we'll have a bit of a better time of it getting the seed bed right, but just as I'm walking across it now, it is coming down nice and soft, so that's a good thing. So yeah, it's not too bad that. We'll get a nice little bit of seed bed out of that, so that's, we were a bit worried before because some of this was quite poor and we used the wrong bit of kit to start off with, but now a bit of a disc and a packer behind it and a bit of a leg down has kind of helped loosen it up, and we're forming a nice seed bed there, so that'll be good. There's enough moisture down there to get things running, so yeah, that's good. Okay, so we got the drill in this field now. Maize are starting to go in the ground. It's been tough to cultivate some of these harder fields. You can see they're really kind of knobbly, but this is the headland. It gets a bit better as we get in to the field, but it's a tough field, this one, not one of our easier ones. So we're just going to roll in the maize now, conserve any moisture, and on some of the fields that are a bit tough, we also I can see the seed through the ground because we couldn't really put it in very deep, the power harrow didn't quite do the job that we needed, and everything else didn't do very well either. So this roll hopefully will just push the soil back over the seed and yeah, close up the gaps a bit. So hopefully that will happen. There she goes. Okay guys, we've got a new hook bin loader arrived, so we'll go and take a look and see if it can move our bins for us and what kind of a job it will do. So there we are, it's cut off back of a lorry. And that hook there comes forward and back. Just got a ring hook on it for pulling with the tractors. Two big rams. And then if you're traveling on the road, these two hooks here clip in, stop the bag from shifting. Here are the bins, so we'll get the trailer hooked up to it and see how she runs. Right guys, this is the Binderberger 450 coming in now. It's a much bigger saw than the Japper that we've got. It'll process anything over 12 inches. Alright, so the machine's off the deck. We're just taking the log deck off as well. Now we get it set up. Just putting the first logs on now. We're going to see how this new work machine works. We're going to move out the Japper because it's on all the small stuff, and we've been carefully storing up all bigger stuff so we can have a good go. We might even put some panels along these walls and then fill up all this space here. So yeah, here we go, yippee-doo. First one going through now. So this is one of the containers we've got to move. I've got the 20 tonner on it. And I'll go get a chain for the 4 hook points and see how we go. So I've got a nice meaty shackle with big heavy duty 4-way chain that I picked up the other day, so that should lift this container very nicely. So I'll swing it round and we'll get it hooked up. So we've got that suspended up now. We're just going to swing around. Just lower her down now. She is. Get the chains off now. These kind of jobs of moving containers gets a little bit easier when you've got a 20 tonner available. Okay, so we're just shifting it around now with the 2 telehandlers. It's nice up there. A little bit hairy on uneven ground if they've got the booms somewhat extended. Otherwise it's okay. So we come just round the corner into the wood yard. This is the old Bitcoin mining container, so now that that's over, it's good to repurpose it for storing all our Firewood items in. Right, so I'm just moving the other container out the way now. It's suspended here, so we're just going to swing around, drive it back in place and put it where the other container was. just got to get the container down this little track. Ray's giving a little trick that he learned on Truckers UK, just to swing around. Just got to be careful of that gantry. I've hit that once before, so let's take this slow. So Ray's doing a nice job here. Just coming down. Just got to avoid the tanker there, get a bit close. Just need to swing around now to get around the back of the combi bag and the gas tank. So that's about right place. I'll put it down there and rearrange myself. There we go, gently does it. Around the pressure relief valve. So we managed to get it around the back of the bag there. We put it in position on a couple of sleepers down there, down the bottom, so we can rat underneath if we need to. And that's made that bit spare. And I'm going to get a water tanker so that when I get extra water in the pond I can fill it up. At the moment we're quite low. With the wheat pellets, the tank's gone very thick, so I could do with more water in it. So that's the plan. That should come next week. So that's the shipping container in place. We're just starting to store things in there, which is good. Put some shelving up, racking up, all the security and stuff. And then here we are. We've got a lot of space in there now for storing more wet wood. And we'll clear all this side out to give us lots of dry storage space there. So that should be a little bit more efficient use. Also tidying up, we got our fines screener back on, so we're just putting all the wood chip fines into the trailer, and we can use that as compost. And it sits under there, that bit there. There she goes. Stay out the way, it's pretty horrible dusty stuff. Okay guys, so we've folded up the Binderberger here. The chain deck is north of the clamp. We've got rid of the japper and we're just having a general reorganization. We're going to move in all our large timber and probably have a week of just using this Binderberger, smashing up anything which the japper can't handle, which is basically anything over 12 inches. And I think, you know, we'll probably do as much in a week with this machine as we do in basically a month with the japper. I'm just so impressed with it yesterday, smashing away on the stuff, and you know, it's just got a massive splitter on it, so it's going to be very good, I think. And we'll then have our barn completely stocked up with firewood, and we can just get on with our drying, which is our next project really.